Look, the tag's still on. There's no coffee in it. Hey! Welcome everybody to Hiretual's Coffee Time, Coffee Talk. My name is Jennifer Mackie, and it pleases me greatly to spend a little time with you today. Thanks for checking this out. So, a little bit about me. I've been in executive search for a long time. At least I started in executive search about 20 years ago. Let's see, did a lot in tech, mostly small to large companies, software mainly. Did some lead stuff for talent acquisition, tons of consulting, small projects. I love board searches. What do I like? I love board searches. Those are super fun. I like getting women into senior positions, people of color, near and dear to my heart, obviously. And the other thing that I really like doing is finding out of the box ideas. You got to expand your targets, right? Who wants to look for the same people in the same places all the time? You're always going to have to refresh and build more targets and sell them. How long have I been involved with Hiretual? I guess I was first introduced to the product not that long ago, November, December-ish. Really started playing with it as a powerful tool kind of January, February, and it's been great. Tons of possibilities there. So what I would like to talk about with you today is how to expand what you think Hiretual can do and use it in a way that really leverages its capabilities. Two things I want to talk to you about. Number one, first, I'm going to give you permission to use Hiretual in a way that potentially you hadn't thought of or it wasn't designed to do. I love manipulating databases and use them to my best advantage. Nobody's going to care if you do that, so I'm going to encourage you to do it and show you real time working with a project that I'm currently involved with to see if it's going to work, okay? So I think that being able to extract the information that you need once you figure out a little bit about Hiretual's algorithm and the information that you need to extract the output will help you greatly. And when I was talking to the company about sitting down and doing a coffee time topic with you was, well, you know, what do people really want to hear about that they haven't heard before? How can we bring some different information that would be interesting to sit here and listen to 8 minutes me yammering on? And so when I was talking about how I've been using Hiretual, the folks said, ooh, yeah, that's great. Give a talk on there. Show people what you do and how you do it. So with that in mind, I'm going to show you how to potentially use Hiretual as a business development tool versus just a sourcing and recruiting tool. At the end of the day, it's all about finding the right people and having engaging conversations. Yes? Yes. And one of the things that I think Hiretual does really, really, really well is it makes you look good. It makes us look really, really good, and we can produce results very, very quickly. And who doesn't want to look good to their customer or their client, no matter who that is? I like to look good. So I'm going to show you a real example and start doing some screen sharing. I hope this works. If not, I'm sure they're going to edit it out. So a project that I'm working on, it's a stealth startup, and they're not quite sure all of the different industry segments that they're eventually going to focus on selling into. And one of the areas that came up that I'd never heard about, frankly don't know much about, is telemedicine. We're in COVID-19, doctors, everybody's getting more creative. How do you make a video interface more interesting, and how can you take care of people without making them come into doctors' offices? That might work well with our product. Hey, let's look into it. Great. What I like to do to come up to speed and seem like I'm an expert, don't tell anybody, seem like I am an expert so that I can speak with authority not only to my customer or client, but also to the candidates I'm reaching out to, is I try to come in with a little bit more industry high-level experience than probably most people have had time to spend time researching and doing. There's really no downside, because if they are aware of the associations and what's going on at a very high level, then you're talking the same conversations with people that are already in the know. Associations, right, conferences, all of that things, all of that. I like conferences and associations for two reasons. One, the speakers are always at the forefront of whatever that industry is doing. And two, the associations usually have some kind of policy, experience, or weight at the top. And when I say the top, I mean a government level policies, and if they need to make laws or get money or speak as an industry as a whole, usually it's the association that speaks for the group. So I like going in at a very high level and then working my way down. So here's an example of how to get smart on an industry really, really quickly that you may not have known about. So here is a great way to figure out who the players are. Here's a list of sponsors. Speakers is a great way to learn who the movers and shakers are. You can either look at the people by name. You can also take a look at I like the companies that they're with is another potential target. So these are people from companies that are at the forefront of telemedicine. You might find some really interesting people that you're going to want to connect with. Poke around. Sometimes you can find more than others. So what then I would do from this list is really go through it and find people that would be potential good customers for this software company to then target and develop for potential customers. You can download the data once you select people, right, and you use your credits on Hiretual. You can download these people onto a PDF or an Excel spreadsheet and then upload it into whatever CRM system. We'll say Salesforce is an example of that. You can upload these names into Salesforce and hand them over to a business development team or your sales organization. They're gonna love you. These are really great names of people that are right in the sweet spot that they're thinking about figuring out how to develop. If you can come up with 5 company names, find who you think might be the buyer, an operations person, a finance person, business development, partnerships, wherever you think the point of entry is going to be. For the sales department, they might tell you who their buyer is, and then you can just simply pull that title up. But it's a great way to provide lists of information for the sales team so that they can reach them. Just like a recruiter, you have a list of people that you want to reach out to, then you've got to figure out how to do it. If you give these names over to the sales organization, if they get stuck or they want to develop an industry, it would be very beneficial. If you are looking for a job, because we're all looking for jobs right now. I'm a consultant, it's COVID-19. If you need somebody to help you do this, please contact me. But one great thing that you could do is, who would be your hiring manager? VP of HR? VP of Talent Acquisition? Same thing. You could put VP of Talent Acquisition. If your industry, you could come up with the names and you could send them emails directly. Tell them how fabulous and wonderful you are and outreach that way. So instead of creating a campaign that is, hey, I saw your background, you look great, we've got this wonderful opportunity, I would love to spend 15 minutes with you on the phone, follow up, follow up, follow up. You could use it for your own job search or hand those BD names over to the sales department, unless you want to be the salesperson and you can do it yourself. So that's a little bit about how to potentially use Hiretual as a business development source and not just recruiting. Develop your business that way. A list is a list is a list. The better the list, the better the outcome is going to be. On that note, thank you so much for your time. Hey, Bruce, you want to come say goodbye? Come here, Bruce. Come here. This is going to be my inspirational quote for the day. Come here. This is Bruce. He's my Bernese Mountain Dog. Look at him. Isn't he wonderful?
I know it's tough working at home. Do what you can. Take care of yourself. You can snuggle with your animal when you're having a hard time. We're all going to be getting this together. You're going to be okay. You're doing a great job. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.
Good boy.
That's a good boy. Oh, that's a mama's good boy.